7:13. In Money Talks this morning, Packers defense clearly has some issues they need to tackle, and so do we. Edward Jones financial advisor Alison-Gilman-Aquino is here this morning to talk about ways we can tackle our taxes. We're talking taxes already.
Oh, I know, and it's on everybody's mind. It's like, okay, the stock market's been so volatile lately, and I think my taxes are going up in the future, so it's kind of like, oh, I'm 0 for 2 at this point. But really, I think there's some big changes coming up in the not-so-distant future when it does come to the taxes we pay. All of those changes could leave many of us people paying more money, which is a lot like a 15-yard penalty. No fun at all.
Yeah, so something I don't have to worry about, but millionaires and the people who do make a lot of money, are we talking more taxes for them?
Yeah, you know, President Obama, members of Congress have talked a lot about let's increase the taxes on millionaires, billionaires. Warren Buffett's a big proponent of that. Also, you know, let's increase the taxes on people who make more than $250,000 if they're married couples in this country. But the problem, Nicole, is there aren't enough of those people to offset the huge budget deficit problems we have in this country. There's got to be more to it than that.
All right, so when it comes to getting tough, tackling taxes, you say the first thing is long-term capital gains.
Yeah, you know, just kind of looking at some of the changes that are coming up in the future, you know, we basically could see a change in the tax rates we pay. The 10% federal income tax rate could go away altogether. And the other thing is that we could see long-term capital rates go up, capital gains rates. Right now they're a flat 15%. They could adjust to 20%. Some people are even saying they might be at, you know, ordinary income tax rates at some point in the future.
All right, what about taxes on qualified dividends?
That's the one that scares a lot of the retired clients that I have, because right now it's taxed at long-term capital gains rates, which is a flat 15%. In the future, if tax law changes, that could become your ordinary income tax rate. So if you're in the 25% federal tax bracket as a retiree and you've gotten used to only having to pay 15% long-term capital gains, there's going to be more that you're paying and you're on a fixed income. The cost of everything you need in retirement's rising. That's not a real pleasant picture to think about in the future. Kind
of like yesterday's game, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. The third issue to tackle, estate taxes.
Yeah, right now the estate tax exemption is $5 million. It's changed a lot over the decades, but if the Bush tax cuts do expire at the end of 2012, that estate tax exemption is going to revert back to $1 million per person. The top tax rate for estate taxes could be 55%. So for people who pass away in the future, less money there for their heirs and the charities and causes that they love.
All right, and what about the 2% cut in payroll taxes?
You know, that was the thing that went into effect this year. So if you make $40,000 a year, you've probably seen about an extra $800 this year in your paycheck. That's the big thing that President Obama and Congress are dealing with right now, that and an extension of the long-term unemployment benefits. They've come to a kind of an impasse over the weekend that would extend it for a couple of months into the new year while they continue to work on it. But that's the one they really want to keep. People have gotten used to taking more of their paycheck home with them. Yeah. It helps to stimulate the economy. That's what we need to do to get things rolling again.
We'll see what happens. If you've got money questions for Allison, send them to us at Wake Up 6 at fox6now.com. We'll pass them along to Allie. Thanks for being here this morning.
You're welcome.
All right, Brittany, over to you.